Welcome back to CBN News Watch. Sophia Nelson is an award-winning, best-selling author, journalist, and political analyst. In her book, Be the One You Need, 21 Life Lessons I Learned While Taking Care of Everyone But Me, she emphasizes the importance of self-care, self-love, and self-understanding that will lead to freedom, healing from your past and a better future. She joined us this week on the Prayer Link to talk about her book, but first she spoke on the backlash she received after voicing her stand against DC's comics depicting Superman as bisexual. Take a look.
Well, I think it's important that we open with, as we're on a Christian network, the power of being offended. And when we get offended, things go wrong. And a professor is who started this, not students. A professor who was following me on Twitter, who's bisexual and openly so at Christopher Newport, then tagged the university, brought in my employer, which, by the way, was not in any way, shape, or form involved in my question, and then took it in and started writing emails, harassing me, making the administration deal with me. She talked about my faith and that it was a cover for my homophobia, things that are in violation of the First Amendment, my rights, and a number of Title VII laws, et cetera. So I want to be clear that it was a faculty member who started this whole brouhaha. But more importantly, you're right, it did spiral out of control because people got offended. And even though I apologized twice, and as a Christian, whenever I hurt someone, particularly if it's members of marginalized communities, as I am one, I want to be sensitive to that and I want to have a dialogue. I was never afforded that opportunity because instead it was a protest, instead it was a petition to remove me. Hundreds of signatures by faculty who never even met me. I had just been a scholar in residence for literally a month when this happened. The school's first Black ever scholar in residence at Christopher Newport. And it ended tragically in a disaster of me not being able to go back, not fulfill my duties. And my contract actually ends in August, at the end of August, and I am not returning per a directive from their attorney, and I'm not welcome back. So it's really an ugly, unfortunate situation.
Absolutely.
And I anticipate there will be litigation as well.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to continue to be praying for you because what you tweeted was, it seemed so innocent. You were taking up, what about Christian parents? But now to your book, Be the One You Need. I understand that this came out of a very personal and exhausting time for you. Tell us your motivation for writing it.
Well, like a lot of people, I got COVID, and I got COVID twice, once prior to the vaccines in February 2020. So I was one of the people who got it early, and I was deathly ill. And, again, as people of faith, when we are facing our mortality, I think we have a conversation with ourselves. Have I done all I'm supposed to do? Am I being of use? Am I being a light in the world? And although I try to do that through my living, this gave me a different sense of purpose about sharing how important it is to practice self-care. And I think those of us in the body of Christ don't do a great job at this. Jesus is our wheel. He's our director. He's our source of strength. He always should be. However, it doesn't mean we have to be dumb, right? And not do the practical things to take care of ourselves, like resting, like having true and meaningful reflection on how am I living my life? What do I want? What do I need? And how am I feeling? And I don't think we dig deeper, Charlene. And I think we need to do that because we're all exhausted. We're all irritable. These devices have worn us out. Social media is an ugly place to be. It's bad for our mental health. And I think that I was trying to say to people, look, I've been through this. I had a parent that got sick at the same time with a serious vestibular nerve issue. She couldn't walk. She couldn't drive. She couldn't do anything. And so I had everything converge on me. Add the Christopher Newport drama that broke out when all of this was converging. It was a difficult time for me. And I felt like I was having a nervous breakdown, I'll be honest. And if it wasn't for my faith and my friends and a community of support around me, I'm not sure I would have made it through.
Sophia, how would you encourage people to actually give themselves permission to take care of themselves? I think a lot of people struggle with that.
Well, I think you said the key word, giving yourself permission, right? Mothers are the worst abusers of this. Women who have children, women who work and have children and try to straddle both worlds, but men are feeling this too. And so my advice is get the book, read the book. There's a lot of good resources out there. August is National Wellness Month, September, National Self-Care Awareness Month. And I think, Charlene, what you see is a movement in the culture, in the body of Christ, in corporate America, in industry, even in our politics, where we're starting to say, I need to be mindful about taking the time, about actually hearing my own voice and understanding what the stewardess says to us every time we get on a plane, which is what? Put your own mask on first. Why does she say that? Because if I lose my consciousness, I can't help my kids, my elderly parent, my spouse, or anyone else. And we need to understand that in life, we have to practice that self-care. And I'm not talking about just going to the beach or just having a vacation, but real deep, meaningful, do the work stuff.
Absolutely. Sophia Nelson, we are so grateful for your new book, Be the One You Need, 21 Life Lessons I Learned While Taking Care of Everyone But Me. It's available wherever books are sold. Sophia, thank you so much for being with us today. God bless you.